Oh good, Ilphonic finally released the Hotfix patch. Maybe it'll fix some of the stuff they broke. Let's see, what's it say here? To install patch, flip switch. Sounds easy enough. What's the worst that could happen? Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. For today's Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed video, I decided to take a look at patch 1.19 that just came out for the game. This is a hotfix patch that is supposed to address the issues that DLC 3 caused. However, the first thing I noticed after installing the patch and booting up the game, here in the login screen before you even enter the game, there is now a very weird graphical bug that I've never seen before present at all times on the screen. It's also a little bit darker. So already I'm figuring we're off to a real good start here. But who knows, maybe the game will be fixed where the issues count. Little did I know what I would see once I went inside. Here's what happened. What in the... Why is it so dark in here? Where's all the lights? What? Ilphonic? Exactly, what was the thought process that went into this patch?
Shut this off. Shut these all off.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Wonder how long it'd take them to fix this. Well, in any case, oh. Well, I guess the check to the electric cleared. Ooh, come to think of it, I better check on the containment unit. Oh, good. Everything here is still fine. Guess that backup generator we got is a good investment. Egon, remind me again what happens if one of the patches Ilphonic releases cuts power to our grid. I was afraid you was going to say that. Well, I guess we'll see if anything else is actually working in this hotfix patch, and... Why is Cat so red? Oh, forget it. Let's just see if the jobs work any better. So, of course, not only was the firehouse extremely dark, but in the couple of maps that I checked, and they were all bot matches, as you can see, it's also very dark in here. Now, in some of the maps it's not too much of an issue, like this one, there is still enough light to be able to see what you're doing. However, on some of the maps, like the one that was just added with DLC 3, it was so dark that whenever the ghost had happened to go into something that was especially small, possessible, I'd actually lose track of it because I couldn't see where it was moving. And even on some of the maps that are still better lit, you'll find areas like this where it's extremely hard to see what you're doing. And keep in mind that my settings are exactly the same as before I downloaded the patch. I didn't change anything, but the ghost could be right in front of your face and you wouldn't even... Wait a minute.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10? Fellas?
I don't mean to alarm anyone, but I keep coming up with an extra pair of eyes. Anyone have a match?
And so if you're anything like me, you're probably wondering exactly what, if anything, did this hotfix actually fix, instead of breaking what it seems to be a lot more. Well, according to the patch notes, it does state that they fixed the issue where the ghost could become invisible when using the scare ability from a possessed object. But the thing about that is as far as I know, only the newest ghost that was added, the Bug-Eye Ghost, is able to scare while in an object and stuff. And my own personal experience when playing as Ghost, there were times that if I simply went into an object and then out of it, not scaring, just depossessing the object, I would then be invisible, and this happened quite a lot. So I can say in the few bot matches that I played, the bots were not invisible at any point, so I'm hoping that issue was fixed. But there was more to it than simply being in an object and scaring people, at least in my experience. They also go on to state that they made improvements to the account linking system to address several issues related to the EGS accounts. Now, I can't give any information on that, I don't use it. They also fixed some map clipping issues in the new Motion Club. Ghost will now properly drop traps when they're fully tethered. They fixed the appearance of several of the Ghostbusters cosmetics and tints. Now, they looked fine to me before, but again, that's just my experience. Civilians will now properly resist when being possessed by Drake. They fixed the Ghostbusters being caught on select objects in the brewery map, and I've been kind of frozen on some objects in other maps as well. They improved the behavior of the backfiling matches when players leave during matchmaking. They say they fixed a situation where the particle thrower mounted PKE meter would not properly track ghosts and rifts. Now, I can't say if that is fixed or not. I don't use that piece of equipment. However, I can say something that is not here in the patch notes and has not been fixed is the dual vertical grips, because I did test those in several matches and they're still doing the same thing. They will sometimes auto push or pull the ghost. Sometimes they will go ahead and work just fine, and other times, even if I'm trying to use them, that won't work at all. It's always a gamble. So that not surprisingly, that is, hasn't been fixed. They do say they fixed a situation where the basher type ghost could not be captured by the RTV trap. That's assuming you actually have a trap after the basher gets through with it. Stream control stat will now properly affect a moving tethered ghost. Now, I didn't see any issue with that before, and I can't really say if it's made any changes now since, but they do say they fixed that. They say they fixed a problem where the player selected the Watcher Ghost type. It could change to the Bug-Eye type when loading into the match. I haven't experienced that, so I can't comment on that. They supposedly fixed various UI and HUD fixes and fixed various crashes, and of course they don't actually list what those are. So, at least in my experience, this hotfix has actually broke more than it has fixed and hasn't addressed the issues that it needed to fix before, like the dual vertical grips. Hopefully, it will be working better for some of you on other platforms. Thanks for watching the video. Take care. This has been a Streaming Freedom Video Bulletin. Peace out.